Who that, everybody? My name is Tracy Bartholomew. This is Stephen Bijou and Michael Turner. And once again, this is the Saint Stop Podcast. What's going on,
What's
fellas? What's
up?
happening?
What's happening? What's
What
happening?
up?
What up,
You know what I'm
Saint
What's
saying?
Stop?
going on?
Man,
Who that up in here? Saying stop.
that's right.
What's up?
That's right. We back at it again, man, with this one day before the real draft comes out. We're
That's
gonna
right.
talk about a couple of things. Of course, we're gonna talk about the Bucks. We got a couple of prospects going on that we're gonna talk about. People trading and moving up and down, and who we think is gonna fit in the right position for the draft tomorrow. You guys stay tuned. I need you to join this podcast tomorrow during the draft, 7 o'clock, because we have some big giveaways going on. You guys, we doing it for you. We definitely love you guys, Saint Star fans, man. You already know. You are us, we are you. Mike, go ahead and tell them about the giveaways we're gonna be doing tomorrow.
So yeah, right. So tomorrow when we go live into the draft, we're gonna start the draft off. We're gonna start the live off. What we're doing is we're gonna give away two items. The first item is going to be a brand new copy of Madden 2021, either for PlayStation or Xbox, whichever machine that
Preferably
you choose.
Xbox. You know, if you're a
Preferably
real
Xbox.
you're a real
Bro,
one.
get
I
up out
am
of here with that,
And
bro.
make sure you
I
you
am a
put your
real
name
Xbox
tag
guy.
in the
Bro,
comment.
this
I,
hey man, you swear this dude, you swear Xbox sponsor us or something, bro.
I
Like,
should be a sponsor for
Hey,
Xbox. Microsoft
bro,
could
not hey look, not yet, but it's in the making. Xbox
hey,
is in
that
the
talk
making.
hey, that's fine. Hey, look, if I get Sony on the phone first, yeah, that's who we rocking with.
about.
Bet that up. Now
I don't
also
know.
too, now also too something else. We also have a second gift that we're going to give away. Tracy has decided to donate one of his jerseys. Explain the jersey real quick. What is it? It's a gold rush jersey.
It's a gold Super Bowl jersey, Drew Brees, number 9. Uh,
Wow.
it's my favorite jersey. But I love you guys. I want you guys to feel like you know you come and you watch it and you will be rewarded. I love for you to love the
Absolutely.
content of our show and our and personalities, and but I want you guys to feel like I'm giving to you. So I'm
Right.
gonna give you my favorite gold Drew Brees jersey, the one I have been loving for years now. It's gonna be yours. So make sure you
That's
Hey,
do
so
everything
check
you're
this
supposed to do.
out. This is how you participate. All you have to do is watch live tomorrow during our draft special. We're gonna drop off a keyword in the middle of it. When you hear the keyword, drop that keyword in the comments and be a subscriber. That's all you gotta do. That's
That's it.
all you gotta do.
And
And
don't
you
be
can walk away.
scared like, oh, I might miss it. I might miss the keyword and all that. No, I'm blatantly gonna say the keyword is boom.
Right. Right.
All right. So
That's
you
right.
guys,
y'all
man,
will
make sure you
find
tune in tomorrow.
right. You guys will find out that keyword. Hey, sweetie.
We got those Madden 2021 a copy to the winner or the Super Bowl gold jersey. Like we said, we do it all for you. So it's gonna be awesome, man. Y'all
Absolutely.
tune in. And y'all get that draft information as it comes in, man. So come in and
Yeah, yeah.
come party with us, man.
So so we need you to one subscribe and two be part of the live tomorrow night in order to get your opportunity to be entered into it. Now here's the deal: we're gonna have two winners. So of course the first winner will be the winner of the keyword, right? So whatever the keyword is, that'll determine who the first winner is. The first winner will get their choice of either the game or the jersey. Then we'll have later on in the draft a second winner for
I think we might have froze up here, man.
Bro, did we lose Mike?
Yeah, probably.
Well, anyway, like he was saying, he'll
Why
get
did
back
you
and come back.
We were like in the middle of the
Mhm.
The second winner we'll pick at random. When you just leave the comment, we'll pick the second winner, and we'll send whatever item the first winner didn't choose. So that's how that's gonna go.
Right.
Sorry about that, y'all. I had some technical difficulties. My Wi-Fi shut down and came right back on, so I apologize.
So you guys, man, just make sure you participate tomorrow so you have a chance to win these giveaways. As always, we love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and commenting. Oh, here we go. This is what I had to say that I wanted to make sure I did say. I had a comment not too long ago, a couple of days ago, where a random guy, I don't know who it was. Sorry that I don't know who you are right now. But you said the comments were turned off on the Saint Stop podcast. My fault. I apologize. I had something going on to where the Saint Stop podcast was made for kids, and that's not what this is about. So the comments were, automatically off from the YouTube. But I have fixed that recently, and comments are back on. So you guys, please go ahead and continue your comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so every time we go live, you guys will get that notification. All right.
That's right. That's right.
That
All right.
up. Yeah. This ain't parental program. This
That's
is
what I'm saying.
fan
How could
Saint
you
Stop
have it made for
program.
kids so nobody can get to you?
Hey, this is
Right?
that's a Saint Stop Junior.
Oh, my.
That's right.
All right. So, man, let's get into it. All right. Enough with all that. Let's get into it. First thing we're going to talk about, we usually always start with the Saints, but we want to get these little bullshit things out of the way first. And the first bullshit thing I want to get out of the way, see, this is why this ain't made for kids. All right. Patriots trade Gronkowski and a 7th round pick to the Bucks for a 4th round pick. So now the Patriots come out with a 4th round pick, and the Bucks have a 7th and Gronkowski. Now, Gronkowski, he's a beast. He was a beast.
He was a beast.
That's the key
He
word.
was a
Was
beast.
yeah.
He was a beast.
Well,
He's also came out and said that he needs to gain 10 pounds because he's underweight and wants to get back to 260. He said he feels
Bro,
good.
there's no way he's 250. There's no way he's 250 right
And
now.
what the man said.
Bro,
This
have
is
you seen
direct
him?
quote, okay?
He
does
looks
look
like he's like
kinda-
180.
I don't know. But he wants to get back to 260. He thinks he feels good. He feels like all he's got to do is eat some blueberries and some more protein, and he's gonna be right back to where he's supposed to be at.
Some blueberry pomegranate slushes that he makes
Right.
at home with
Whatever.
celery and kale
Right.
and all. Yeah, whatever.
The
Dude.
Patriots clearly don't think too much of Rob Gronkowski because this is not the first time they tried to trade him. As a matter of fact, 2 years before he retired, they actually traded him to the Lions. The trade was about to go through until he decided to announce that he was retiring so he could stay on the Patriots.
Mhm.
Like, hey, chess move. Okay, cool. But
Right.
they thought then that he wasn't worth keeping around. So I'm not threatened by this at all. Him going to the Bucks, being Tom Brady's security blanket, I'm not threatened by it because clearly he lost his mojo. He's not the same player. He's not built the same way he was. It's been another year removed from him playing football. He's not going to come back and beast out like he used to. No way.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, his consistency as a tight end has significantly fell off in these last couple of years before he decided to retire. He didn't move as fast as he used to. His pattern slowly progressed. So at best he's good for maybe 1 or 2 catches a game. That's what it was pretty much the last season that he played. And then the last season that he played, he was out for 3 games. So he's injury prone right now. But I mean, he's older and he's taken a beating. Like, he was pretty physical when he played, bro. And so he, he's taken a beating. His body has taken a beating, man.
The crazy
So,
thing too is Tampa already has two pretty good tight ends in Cameron Brates and OJ Howard, who is supposed to be the more athletic of the two. So I don't know how Gronkowski is going to fit into that tight end rotation. But yeah, there's no. I mean, that's just a name. Everybody's excited, over there because it's a name. But I don't see him doing too much damage.
What up, Matt? What's going on? Matt says, "What's good? Who that Nation family?"
Hey, man.
Hey,
Matt.
what's up, Matty Matt?
Hey, our graphic designer, Matt, man. Shout out to you, bro.
That's right. Shout out to Matt, man. He's one of the
truth,
biggest
bro.
supporters, and he does the most for us, man. We really appreciate that guy. He will be on tomorrow during the draft, so
facts.
Hell yeah!
Shout out.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think your boy Poncho just texted me a minute or two ago. So
okay, so we're waiting on. We have some guests coming on today. Poncho.
While we wait on that, can we talk about how we still ain't got no new uniforms yet? But it seemed like all 31 other teams is getting new uniforms, man. What's up with that?
I don't know. Even the sad ass Browns got a new uniform that looks garbage.
I tell you what, though, the new Chargers jersey looks. I mean, uniforms look pretty fresh.
Man,
I haven't seen the Raiders yet. Like, do the Raiders have
I'm sure they will. They're moving to Vegas this year. I can imagine.
Right.
Yeah. I haven't seen any Raiders uniform though.
I think their emblem is changing. I think it's going to like a money sign on it. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Because them boys over there got that money, Herb. I mean, look, they casino clicked up. You know what I'm saying? Mafioso over there.
Facts.
You feel me? With John Gruden. I mean,
and
look, he looks like he literally looks like Al Capone. You know what I'm saying? Like that face he makes. Yeah.
Let's talk about. Stop playing with me right now. Let's talk about one more nonsense news. Percy Harvin wants to come back to the NFL. My man's been out. Now Percy Harvin was a good wide receiver. He was a speedster. My man had hands. But he's been out for 4 years now.
Yeah.
And now he's talking about, I got the itch. I need to come back.
I mean, look, he the only reason he got out in the first place because he was having the migraines. Apparently, he's got that under control. He posted a video of him running. I think it was in like some kind of parking lot garage on an incline, and this dude ran through it like it wasn't nothing. So apparently, he still got his speed. He looks to be in great shape. There's, but he's not the only receiver out there with a name that still wants to play. Ted Ginn says he wants to play. After the draft, we'll see where we're at. Do we bring him back? Des Bryant's still out there looking for a team. Antonio Brown still wants to get back into the league. There's a couple of guys out there that could possibly make a difference. I'm not going to say they're going to come and just wreck shop, but they could make a difference on someone's depth chart.
Someone's not this one.
Yeah, I mean, of all of those, probably the only one that I see would possibly have potential to come back, and that would probably be as a third or maybe fourth wide receiver would be Ted Ginn, but he'd have to take a low.
I mean, so you wouldn't give Percy like a veteran minimum 1 year deal, and if he still got it, then you extend him. I mean, what's the harm in that?
I guess it kind of depends on what his workout looks like and what his physical looks like. I mean, first and foremost, we'd have to make sure that he's physically intact as well as mentally and psychologically ready to do that again.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been out for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, hey, the Cowboys signed Aldon Smith. That's been out for 5. So crazy things have happened.
Look at Marshawn Lynch last year. I mean, Marshawn Lynch came back, bro, and I mean, he looked like a bulldozer. I mean, he was running like 10 miles per hour slower than what he usually does, but I mean, it was hard to take him down because he come through like a freaking refrigerator.
Right.
Because all those Twinkies and Skittles he's been eating. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, obviously. So, but yeah, I mean, Percy Harvin, he definitely at his time was definitely a threat. Especially, I mean, how many years did he play in Minnesota? He played a bunch of years in Minnesota. He was on the team whenever we played Minnesota and Brett Favre in
Yeah.
2009.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he also
So-
didn't he win that Super Bowl with Seattle too? Is he played
He
in that
did.
game? And he sat
Yeah,
out that
he did.
entire season and only played in the Super Bowl and balled out.
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, it's the whole physicality of it all, but also to where the heart is. Like, what are you really trying to accomplish with coming back? Rob Gronkowski is trying to accomplish some population, obviously. That's what I feel what it is. It's just publicity. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me crawl back up Tom Brady's ass, and just
I don't know if I agree with that, man. I think Gronkowski is looking at, okay, Tom Brady is in the NFC now, right? He's on a Tampa Bay Bucks team. Tampa Bay, regardless of what anybody wants to say, has stacked a team this year.
True.
They've got some wide receivers. Their team is nice. All right.
Right.
And I think this guy really feels like, hey, Tom Brady is over there. He's got a bunch of these weapons. We could actually make a run for this thing.
Well, let's take a look at it.
This might be his best chance to do that.
So they got your boy Mike Evans. Then they got your boy on the other side. What's his name?
Chris Godwin.
Godwin. Then they got OJ Howard on one side as a tight end, and then you put Rob Gronkowski on the other tight end.
And then they still got Cameron Brates. They got 3 tight ends.
Cameron Brate. So here's my question: who's gonna play guard, tackle, center? Like, who are those guys? Because if you don't have those guys, none of them other guys get to run their routes and develop their routes and stuff for pretty Tom Brady to sit back there for 10 seconds and throw the ball to. Because that's what he's gonna try to do. And he's not gonna be able to do that. Horrible, bro.
That might be.
Not to mention that they really don't even have a running game. I mean, they never potentially got anything going last year with the running game. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen this year for what? For Tom Brady? Really? I mean, does he really have that much clout? Nah.
That might be what does this Bucks defense, not defense, but team altogether. This might be what does their team in this year, because you're in the NFC now. In the NFC, especially in the South, we are some heavy hitters. Everyone here is some heavy hitters. So it don't take nothing for one of these cornerbacks or linemen or defensive backs or whatever to come through that hole and fold you up like a lawn chair.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? And now you're not gonna want to play the game no more. I'm telling you, the NFC is in beast mode type shit, man.
Hey, you remember when Bobby McCray knocked the hell out of Kurt Warner and he retired right after?
Look, I'm gonna give you an actual fact about something, and this has been proven. This has been proven over and over and over. You going from Jameis Winston throwing the ball to Tom Brady throwing the ball, a significant difference. Okay. This dude threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions, right? So these guys never had an opportunity for their patterns. Hold on. Let me finish. For their patterns to produce anything. You go on to Tom Brady, right? So they're already lazy because they give up on their patterns. I'm talking about the wide receivers, and the tight ends. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why you had Godwin and Mike Evans was that with as many yards as they did is because they were always playing from behind. You know what I'm saying? So they were always throwing the ball. So I just there's a significant difference in all of that. Tom Brady is not going to move like Jameis Winston. That offensive line is not going to give him any time, and especially against us with the way we stacking our defense right now, bro. Come on, man. I mean, miss me with that shit, bro. What
was Brady's?
Stop playing with you, Mike.
Man,
what was Brady's?
Stop playing with me.
What was Brady's stats last year? Because everybody's just assuming Tom Brady is such an upgrade. But
I mean, it wasn't disastrously bad, but it wasn't Tom Brady numbers that you used to. You know what I'm saying? So
all I know is you got it all. Like we mentioned, you take considering to the fact that he's in the NFC now. There's no more playing 6 games against the the Dolphins, Jets, and Bills. That's out the window.
Man.
Now those 6 games are replaced with the Saints, Falcons, and Panthers. So
right, two of those 3, which are pretty talented teams. One being us, and the other being definitely not Atlanta. The other being Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Carolina just added Teddy Bridgewater, who we know can step in and manage a game. Then they got CMC running the ball. Then they just picked up Robbie Anderson. So now he's got a little something to throw to. So I mean, it's not all bad over there. And then the speed of the game in the NFC versus the AFC is significantly different, man.
So he didn't do that bad. Tom didn't do that bad last year.
No, he didn't do that bad.
He had 60%, 60.8% completion percentage, 4,057 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
60% is trash, bro. That's Tebow numbers. Come on, bro. Stop playing with me right now.
Yeah. Well,
what was his overall quarterback rating? Does it show that?
I don't ever go by quarterback ratings, bro. Quarterback ratings are a joke. Quarterback ratings are a joke.
I mean, the only reason why I like to hear that is because you see completion to passing ratio, the accuracy throws, like yards, like yards per throw and stuff. That all comes into factor.
Yeah. Right. I don't know what his percentage rating was, but I frankly don't care.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Matt, I can't say that, bro.
Hey, first of all,
come on, man. This ain't parental programming, man. What you talking about?
I don't even know what he said, but I don't have to know that it's some ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't say that, dog. What about Tom Brady to see what it is like playing in a real division with a real GOAT? Facts. We get to see Drew Brees and Brady.
Facts.
2 times a year.
Hey, but you know what?
These are going to be prime games.
You know what we're going to hear? I can almost guarantee you the excuses that we are going to hear when Breeze beats that ass twice. Oh, but they didn't have an off season. Breeze been in that offense. Brady was just thrown in. Wait till next year when he has a year under his belt in this offense. Mm-hmm. Bruh, I see it coming. Hey, just take your L's.
Understand? Matt telling you, Steve, you know who else is a joke? Tom Brady.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
We already know that.
Man, yeah, I'm really looking forward to these 2 games a year, though, man. This is gonna be an outstanding season, man. I'm telling you, to see these 2 guys on the field at the same time, 2 times a year, man. And you already know the NFL is gonna push that. They're gonna push that like it's free groceries out of Winn-Dixie, man.
Without a doubt. So look,
Facts.
you got one of those teams. I mean, one of those games in the Superdome. Then you got a game against Teddy in the Superdome. Yep. Then you got a game against Kansas City in the Superdome. Ooh. Then you got a game against Green Bay and Aaron Brooks in the Superdome. Then we go to Las Vegas. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Brooks. Damn.
I was like, Aaron Brooks. Golly.
Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm saying? But
way back on that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fortified season this year. This season it's gonna be really good to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be fun to talk about. It's gonna be fun to be a part of, man. I'm excited to see that that D look on Brady's face. I love that face when he's like, like he ain't nothing he can do anymore. I can't cheat. I can't win. It's over with, and he's just sitting there.
Mm-hmm. Pouting like a little baby.
Oh man, that's funny. That's hilarious.
So if you guys got any more news you want to give? Tom Brady is getting crushed by the Saints 2 times a year, and this is going to be epic. Facts. I believe that to be true, Matt.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys got any?
So let's talk about this, man. So free agency ain't over till it's over, right? Well, apparently Jacksonville Jaguars got Leonard Fournette on the trade block. Now, What have I been saying for the past few couple weeks? What have I been saying?
We should go get him.
Not just him, a running back, a monster running back. Now, if Leonard Fournette is on the trade block, everything other than our first round pick, I'm okay with trading away.
So I would not be mad to go and figure out what to do to get Leonard Fournette. I think he is a great running back. He could definitely bring something to the team. And I just don't know what. I don't know what kind of money. He's old or
$4 million. He's owed $4 million. He's still on his rookie deal.
$4 million.
Yep.
Okay, not that bad. So I mean, if there's something that we can give to get him, sure. But I don't think we absolutely need him. Because I know you love to X out Latavius Murray like he not even on a damn team no more, but he is, and he still pulls his weight. And the man's only been there for a year, so won't you chill out on the running back position, man?
He ain't Leonard Fournette though. Is he Leonard Fournette?
He could be.
No,
I mean,
the
get him
don't
give him a chance.
Leonard Fournette like that. Don't disrespect Leonard Fournette like
I'm
that.
not worried about no Leonard Fournette, man.
Bro. If I had the opportunity to get Leonard Fournette on the Saints, Murray who? I don't even know who that is. Okay.
See?
He's
so disrespectful, man. You're so disrespectful.
He doesn't compare to a running back like Leonard Fournette, bro. That is a monster. I'm telling you. Y'all want there's two moves we need to make if they want to solidify this offense. Go get a monster running back like Leonard Fournette and add a second tight end to pair with Jared Cook. That's what they need to do.
So what was the problem in Jacksonville for him? I mean, he had one really good year. That was his rookie year. Since then, he's either been hurt or it hasn't really been the Leonard Fournette that we saw at LSU.
So
what was the situation? What was the deal? What was the problem?
The problem was he's in Jacksonville. That's the problem. Have you seen their offensive?
Because Jacksonville had a squad.
Bro, they had a squad 1 year. They had
simply letting their whole team disappear on them, but they had a squad, and he was there for it.
Bro, they had a squad 1 year, which is they had Blake Bortles as a quarterback. That messed it up for everybody. After that, slowly but surely, they've been losing talent. First with Jalen Ramsey, then they lose AJ Bouye, then Yannick Ngakoue is on franchise right now. He's on Twitter going back and forth with Tony Khan. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
He wants to get out of there. All the star players want to get out of there, bro.
All right, hold on, Steve. We gotta guess. Pancho. We can't hear you, man.
Let me see.
There you go.
I can hear you, Pancho.
There we go.
So we good now?
Yes, sir.
Good
What's going on?
We
man?
good, man. What's going on?
Oh man, it's going back.
Welcome.
All excited about this tomorrow, man. It's a big day for us, man.
Yes, sir.
So Pancho, thank you for doing today, man. I appreciate you stopping by with us today, bro.
No problem, man. It's just a fellow Saints fan. It's another Saints fan, man. It's all funny, just enjoy it. We just got finished doing our own little podcast with Soul Saint, which is he's a super fan. So basically that's just a little drop, who that super fan podcast.
Okay.
Me and Mike's been working on some networking, trying to get y'all some guys in there also to get some good content, man.
That's right. So Pancho, man, tell them again what's the name of your podcast and where they can find you at. And if they want to
right now, we are Who Dat Superfan Podcast. We are a Facebook group. And then we have a tailgate504.com. We have some material that's on there. Fellow guy who's going to be joining in, Dave Robin. He writes some articles. He does some in-depth stuff, from the fans' perspective, And so it's all good, man. And I greatly appreciate, inviting us on and, sharing the love, man.
Definitely. We'd love to have you on here, man. Everybody knows Pancho Gonzalez, man. If you don't, something's wrong with you and you've been under a rock.
Thanks.
So Pancho, tell him, man, how long you been a Saints fan, bro? I mean, I see you got the gray going on in the beard. So
Yeah, I'm 41, man. My birthday was on 420.
Looking fresh.
So,
20, huh? I heard
yeah,
that.
420 birthday, man. So kind of enjoyed it a little bit, but man, you know, being a Saints fan is I travel with the Saints here, you know, one game a year. The Saints fandom is a real thing, man. It's no other. You don't go to any stadium or any particular spot walking down the street, man. You can be in Maine, you can be in Boston, man. People walk by, who that? You know, and it's just
Definitely.
you know, we are America's team now. But as far as being a Saints fan, man, you know, I grew up from Chalmette, which is right outside of New Orleans. Man, my grandpa, we had a shed, man. We had the box TV in there. He would have his own little, you know, 3-piece band set up in the backyard playing the music.
Mm-hmm.
And we call it the Holidome. You know, we got in there. The whole block was in there, man. It's just, you know, 8 years old drinking beer, you know, good old.
That is the good old days right there.
8 years old.
Dave, what's happening, man?
Oh, man. Look, 8 years old, 9 years old, man. You had your first drink back then.
Talking about 8 years old. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so as David Robin.
I know it.
And so, you know,
I'm
I became a season ticket holder, I believe, in 2004. You know, jumped on then and been a season ticket over, you know, ever since, man. I've traveled to the Super Bowl. You know, seen Tom Brady in Foxborough. You know, I've done hit up all the rounds.
Right.
So, that's kind of my little history on it, man.
So you've been around for a long time, and you've been a Saints fan for a long time, right along with it, huh?
That's the right. I've never wavered. I've never been off the train. Never gave up my season tickets. I always kept them.
That's right.
You know, through Evan Brooks and everything. You know, through Katrina, kept them. Back in the day, there was $25 a piece.
Wow.
So,
that's before my time, right there.
Yeah, that was my bad. That's my bad habit in sports, man.
Right.
You should tell by the time you almost got into it with Chris Sims, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Pancho tried to get into a verbal bout with Chris Sims one game. That was pretty special.
Yeah, we have front row tickets on the plaza. Yeah. That's when Charles Grant sacked Chris Sims, man. He's walking out. He walked right past in front of us on the field. I said, man, your daddy wouldn't be walking out like that. And he looked at me.
He turned around. He was so mad.
Your daddy would be. He went through. He literally stopped, turned around and looked at us. And
I thought he was coming after Pancho in the stands. I'm like, man, I don't want to be a part of this. I'm ducking, man. I'm like,
right.
Hey man,
that was funny though. That was fun.
But before you guys came on, man, we were talking about the running back situation. You know, Leonard Fournette is on the trade block, man. What you guys think about them potentially going after Fournette?
I think it's intriguing, man. The only thing I worry about is the money over the next couple of years, you know, because he's got this year and next year, I think, on his contract, and I worry about that payday after that. But I mean, I think he'd be a great fit, man, if we could make the money work, you know.
Put it like this: we spoken on this a few minutes ago. If the Saints draft or pick up any running back, AK's I'm an AK guy, dude. I have an AK jersey, but his last year's play and just the demeanor, the way he carried himself, his hiring of Rich Paul, the agent, I think he's setting himself up for a move, man. So you know, I just didn't see the heart last year. You know, even though he made the Pro Bowl, but it was by default because he wasn't the first shoe in.
No.
I kept telling him.
See, I disagree with Pancho. I think Kamara played hurt last year. I think he had that high ankle sprain. Never recovered.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, Kamara's a beast. I mean, we forget about what this dude did his first 2 years. I mean,
y'all talking about AK, huh?
I mean, we forget this guy. That's what I'm like. Kamara, I'm not selling Kamara any day of the week.
For me personally, I just see an opportunity, you know, for a trade there, being as where he's at and where we at. I mean, I love AK. When he came into the league as a rookie, him and Mark Ingram took over the NFC South. And I just feel
Right.
like as things have progressed for the team, Alvin Kamara has progressed in a different direction. That's just my personal opinion.
I mean,
feel like
here's
I
my
feel like
thing.
Alvin.
You guys are worried about paying him, but we gonna have to pay Kamara. And considering the money that Christian McCaffrey just got,
Right.
Kamara's gonna want something
Right.
around there. So, hey, in my opinion,
Right.
if we could trade Kamara, get an extra first round pick or even a second round pick because this draft is that deep, I would take
Yeah.
it. I would take it.
Well, going into it,
See, that's why I think Jonathan Taylor, man. I like Jonathan Taylor at 24. I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, we got to get a linebacker. We got to get this. I think Jonathan Taylor would take the leverage out of that situation a little bit to whereas if you did lose Kamara, you got your future back in-house, I mean,
Absolutely.
and he's the kind of guy that could definitely work in Peyton's system. I mean, he could catch the ball. He can run the ball. He's got all the tools, But, I mean, because the Saints really don't have a need. That's the thing. They go into the draft as deep of a roster as any team in the league. So you don't have to, say, hey, we desperately need this or that. You could go luxury and go with a guy like Taylor.
So I like that pick because this is what I've been telling him for weeks now. Breeze is at the point where he's reached like that John Elway late in his career where he didn't win a
Right.
Super Bowl until he got Terrell Davis. Breeze
Right.
now needs that monster running back behind him, and I just don't think Kamara is it.
Right. The workload might be too much, yeah.
See, Kamara could be that guy. The problem is Kamara won't be that guy because until he signs a contract, he's not going hard. And so you're in this situation to where if you do draft running back, then you're basically you're telling him he's being replaced. So
Yep.
therefore, you don't took Ingram away from him.
Yeah.
You think, as I was speaking earlier, you don't see him around town anymore. You don't see him out and about. You don't see him even at training camp. I've been to 7, 8
Yeah.
training camps. I've never seen him one time this
Nobody's
year.
out around town right now, Pancho.
I'm talking about previously, but he wasn't signing autographs for anybody. So his whole Teddy took over that role. Teddy was out in the city. Teddy was out and about. Teddy did things, and Kamara was just sit back bluesing and upset for whatever. Maybe prime time didn't call him, enough this year.
See? And I told them, I kept saying he seems disingenuine. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't care anymore. And Tracy argued me down. Oh man, he was hurt. He was this. He was that. I'm like, no.
I can tell you right now.
Look at his body language. Look at this guy's body language. He does not
And to the
care
obvious-
anymore.
To me, that's the obvious. You get what I'm saying? That's the obvious.
I think he was hurt a little bit by Mark Ingram leaving too, because I think there was a genuine thing between those guys.
So I guess
I think that was like a mentor, type relationship.
Here's my question is that if the Saints do decide to use him as a trade-off in the draft, where do you think we sit with him trading him as far as the draft pick is concerned? First round?
At least a
What do you
second.
think is
At
possible?
least a
Yeah.
second, bro.
Are
In
you
a
moving up?
perfect world.
How about I say, are you moving up with him? Are you moving up to get do you go crazy and go for a Tua? Do you trade up with a Miami or whoever to get Tua? It's interesting, man.
I have a hard time understanding why guys want to go ahead. Alvin Kamara has another year on his contract, so he ain't going
Right.
nowhere. So
He's
why-
Melvin
why
Gordon.
would
That's all he's gonna do.
Why would
No,
he
but
listen,
he's better than Melvin
I-
Gordon. Though. He's more talented than Melvin Gordon ever was.
improve himself for this last year? And because
Right.
he's still a young, dynamic running back, so let him prove himself instead of trading him off. You don't know what this
I
guy's
agree.
All right,
I
so
agree.
this is the
We
hand
just
you're gonna be
said that on
dealt
the
with.
podcast. I was with that all the way.
So this is the hand you dealt with. All right, so you're in this final push for Drew Brees. Drew Brees is last year. Is this year. So you're in that final
Facts.
push. All the
But you're
pieces
not better without
are in
Kamara.
place. All right. So what happens is you go into it with Kamara. You don't draft a running back. There's no running backs on a free agent market that's going to carry you. So you go into it. You don't draft a running back. Now Kamara says, "Look, bro, I'm just going to hold out." So now you're stuck with Latavius Murray and Washington. That's what you got.
Facts.
That's why I
You know who
like,
you,
that's
you
why
know
I
who
like
you caught
Jonathan
you running
Taylor
back to the
at
beast,
24.
Taysom Hill.
But you could draft Jonathan Taylor and still
Yeah.
have Kamara with the intentions of keeping
That
Kamara
ain't
long
be
term.
good.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, here's the thing. I've said this before. I kind of think this is Breeze last year with that contract that he has with NBC in the weights. He doesn't have to keep doing this. So this is his last push. That being said, you want to give him every opportunity possible. So, like the idea of moving up for Tua, I understand we need a quarterback for the future, but I think we need to give him every weapon this year, especially with the way Tampa's loading up, with the way Atlanta's loading up. We need to keep giving him more pieces to work with.
Yeah.
So we got,
and I totally agree. That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't think you're any better without Kamara. I think you're a better team with Kamara for sure.
But
I mean, to me, I don't know what's happening behind closed doors, but if Kamara's given any indication, see, I don't believe exactly that I think he's happy. I think he's fine. Maybe his body language is a little weird. Maybe because he was hurt, maybe because Ingram's gone. But I think he wants to be here, man. I mean, if he's saying otherwise, that's when you got to think about a trade. But other than that, you're not a better team without Kamara.
I think that's even his bullshit. He always trying to find a reason to get rid of somebody on the Saints, man. You got
no, I'm not. Hey, this dude believes in Latavius Murray so much.
I do.
And I'm saying,
I can tell you what, Latavius Murray was a better running back last year.
I miss Mark Ingram.
He's a serviceable back, right? But my thing is, he's not a
30 years old,
Saquon Barkley or Leonard Fournette, or he's not.
But listen, not everybody is.
But he's 30 years old too. Keep that in mind. He's 30. He's not going to be around much longer.
Facts.
You know?
Okay, but how would you even know he ain't a Mark Ingram or anybody? The man ain't play a whole game by himself. He was always Kamara.
Because guess what? We have seen him in Minnesota, in Oakland. This is not like this is his first couple years in the NFL and he has an opportunity.
We ain't talking about Oakland. When the Saints put the ball in that man's hands, put the game on his back, he produced.
The point is, we've seen this guy play over multiple years. That's what I'm getting at. We know what his skill set is, and he's not a monster running back. He's just not.
I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear that bullshit, man.
Somebody went hard. I mean, you seen the first hand. If you watched the games last year, you seen Latavius Murray took over some games last year. He was the most dominant running back in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like
to say he's not Saquon Barkley or Leonard Fournette or even AK or McCaffrey.
But he's not Mark.
That list is short. That is a short list.
Right.
But you got to think Sean Payton's offense,
especially in running backs too. You know, I mean, there are plenty of those floating around in the NFL right now. You know, now obviously, Latavius Murray does have a couple years on his wheels, and he's been to a couple different teams. But let's be honest, last year he didn't actually. I mean, last year was probably the first year that he actually got a spotlight of him actually being the starting running back in a couple games, and he took full advantage of it. He had 3 100 games last season. He rushed for 100 yards or more in 3 different games. So I mean, I don't know. You give a man a shot. It seems to me like his heart is more in it than AK's heart is in it right now.
I mean, hey, that's true, but here's why that's not going to work, because Peyton doesn't use running backs like that. He uses them in a rotation. Murray is the type of running back that needs to be fed over and over and over to get in that streak. That's not what he's going to get. He's not going to get that. We need a guy that can fit in that rotation.
It took Ingram a while to figure that out.
I agree with that. I do agree that you do need a rotation, another rotation running back if they are going to trade off Alvin Kamara. But you could possibly find that in the draft with someone like Matt saying Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He is that type of a rotational running back that could come in and give you positive yardage from the jump. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's spectacular. Look at what he did last season with LSU. You know, so I mean, there's a lot of things to talk about as far as it's concerned. The opportunity for Leonard Fournette is something also too that is on the table. But can we actually afford that right now? I don't know.
Right, he's got a nice little contract.
We're pretty low on funds as far as the cap space is available. We'd have to let go.
Yeah, he's an $8 million hit this year.
People like Kiko Alonso and Brown. Those 2 guys would have to go, to make up some room, for something like that to happen. I don't know though. I mean, your boy makes miracles happen sometimes. Mickey Loomis, man.
Right. He'll restructure something.
He'll make some stuff happen.
See, I was speaking to Mike. So I did pest control service for quite a while, and I used to service Mickey Loomis's house. He had bought a house under contract that was with my company. I was, and I spoke with him. I knew who he was, obviously, and so as I got to service his house and be there as we was renovating it, he had some issues, and when the swarm season for termites come around, he would call me to come in his house because they would get in his house. One day I knocked on the door. He's on the phone. He's going about his business. And then I went inside, checked, didn't see any issues. So he's sitting down at the kitchen table. He told me to have a seat. And we had some talk. And he says, he wanted to thank me for coming out that night. He said, "You're a Saints fan?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Well, you never really said anything." And I said, "Well, it's got to be professional." He said, "I'm going to give you some tickets to a game, home or away with some on-field passes." And I said, "Well, Mr. Mick, I got season tickets, so I'm good, I said, "As far as away game, I'll let you know about that." And he's like, "Yeah, I didn't want to be rude when I answered the door. I was on the phone with Drew." I was like, "All right." He said, Drew Brees. And I was like, "Mr. Mick, you don't have to say drop second name." I said, "You say Drew, I already do."
Right.
And so just from the way they were talking, I was in the room, they're best friends, man. So when people were saying Mickey was going to go or Sean had to go at that one point in time, that's as long as Mickey wants Drew here, they best friends. Drew ain't going nowhere. Drew wasn't going to leave this year when people were saying, "Oh, Drew's going to leave. He was going to leave." He wasn't leaving Mickey hanging without a surefire quarterback.
And I didn't believe that at all.
Facts.
So
I mean, just to see Drew Brees in a different uniform or see him, I knew he was coming back another year. He had to.
Yeah.
But to see him go to a different team and be in a different uniform, I couldn't imagine that at all. That's not.
Crazy.
I don't think that's the type of person he is. What he wants to do with his life. Period.
It's crazy you say that because, looking at the San Diego games, it's like, bro, that looks weird. It doesn't even look right.
Look, literally, I was just about to say, I had a couple of guys that I was talking to. They were security officers at this hospital that I go into, and we were talking about Drew Brees and stuff. I said, "Yeah," I said, "A couple, he started his career with the Chargers," and one of them was like, "San Diego?" I said, "Yeah, he played for a couple of years there." Like, they didn't even know that Drew Brees started in San Diego behind Phillip Rivers. You know what I'm saying? Actually, in front of Phillip Rivers, and Phillip Rivers came in and took it and took the job. Everybody a lot of people think that he started his career in New Orleans, but in essence, he really did. I mean, in my eyes, he did. Yeah. And so there is a very good developed relationship between him and Mickey Loomis, definitely.
So Dave and Poncho, man, I got one more question for you guys, man, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Because I know you did your podcast already, and now you on this one. So one more question.
Thanks,
for you guys
man. Thanks for letting us on there, man. It's pretty awesome.
Absolutely, man.
We love you guys, bro. We love to have you on again. Definitely. This is an honor to us to have you guys on here right now.
I appreciate that, man. It's fun, man. This is fun stuff.
My question is, first round, New Orleans Saints. Who do you go with?
I gave it away earlier in our podcast earlier tonight, man. I'm going Taylor. And it's no offense to Kamara. I'd love to see them work together, man. I don't think they have that many needs. I think they can go get that linebacker later on in the draft, but I think Taylor's just too much of a talent to pass on, man.
Okay.
I don't think they go crazy in a quarterback. I think they wait on a quarterback thing. I don't think I think Peyton might have some realistic expectations with Taysom. I mean, that's a debatable topic with some people, but I think it's Taylor, man.
I got a question. Is it? And I threw this out earlier.
Y'all see this kind of cut.
Have any of y'all did any research on Mason Fine at all?
Yeah, I did actually. He's pretty nice for North Texas. I think the fact that he's training with Drew, there's no way he's not picking up something from Drew right now. That could be a guy that they get in later rounds.
And then he's a late round, 6th, 7th round project, but he was one of the 2 virtual interviews that Sean did was with Mason Fine. You have 5 allotted virtual interviews with draft prospects, and he was one of them.
He could be a late round flyer with Jordan Love, didn't he?
Yeah.
Jordan
That's
Love
another
and
name.
Mason
That's an
Fine
intriguing
was his
name
two
there.
pick. Was his two. So I think that Mason Fine is he's in Conference USA, but his numbers are pretty impressive for being what they are. Was it against top tier talent? No, but not everybody goes that route. We did get Marcus Colston. You know what I'm saying? 7th round.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
And,
Hey,
Sean
Tom
likes
Brady's
to.
a 6th-round pick.
Well, as far as referring to Saints, even
Yeah,
Kamara,
I know.
in the middle
But I mean,
rounds.
Yeah, the round thing,
Yeah.
it can be
And he
deceiving, man.
finds, they have a way of finding those diamonds in the roughs, bro.
So
Absolutely.
to finish the question, I say that my 1st round pick. I want to go running back because I don't want to be hard pressed or be put in a pickle with Kamara. You don't want this year to rely on Kamara's shoulders one way or the other.
Right.
You don't want
distraction. Yeah.
Right.
You have to get a running back just in case if AK does make a move. Because are you going to get to the Super Bowl with just Murray? I don't see it. So you're going to have to pick up something if AK decides to play hardball. And that's the being realistic.
And it's a this year and beyond thing too to me because I mean
So
Taylor's
if
a
they
guy
go
who
run back, who do you think is the number one
years.
name out there that'll be
Facts.
that'll be available around the 24th pick?
Wait, what's
Either
that?
Dobbins or Taylor.
DeAndre Swift too. I mean, he's another guy.
DeAndre Swift.
I
don't
like
think
DeAndre Swift. I like him, but he has a fumbling issue.
Yeah, no,
he's
that's
at
a
Georgia.
real thing. Yeah, almost like Sonny
I don't
Michel
see-
had back in Georgia.
I don't see Claude Hilaire coming. Mickey just doesn't draft LSU guys.
I think Hilaire's problem is going to be where he ends up on the board because you're not going to reach for him at 24. I think he's going to go in the second to somebody. You don't have a second round pick. That's the thing. You'd have to get creative and
To me, if you pick up a running back in the 1st round, you're trading AK in that same draft for a 2nd round.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see
I'd
it.
like to see.
So,
I'd like to see a Taylor and
That does
Kamara
make
tandem,
sense.
man.
Yeah. You get a 2nd round pick and you try to get a 2nd round pick with a team that is early in the 2nd round to perhaps try to go back and get a linebacker.
Listen,
perhaps maybe Queen.
I've been putting AK. I understand the Kansas City
what
is
team though, Pancho? What team though? There's
Kansas
not a lot
City
of
is
teams that are
strapped.
running back starved. They have no
Kansas
cap
City is
space.
strapped.
Yeah.
But AK this year is on a friendly contract. So if KC can wiggle AK into a trade,
Mhm.
that put the Chiefs over the top, way over the top, if they could pull off an AK deal. So
I got a
see.
more interesting.
But why
one
do
for
the
you.
Chiefs not just draft a running back? Why don't they just draft a DeAndre Swift or somebody along? A Taylor or whoever, and you got team control for 5 years. You don't have to worry about paying Kamara big bucks in the next year or so. You know what I'm saying? They can do that same thing.
I have a more interesting trade to propose to you. The Cleveland Browns. Trade him to the Browns, get their pick, or maybe package for Kareem Hunt. He was a restricted free agent this year. We all seen what he
Browns are
could
at
do
number
with the
10.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think that would be an interesting thing for them to go and try to do.
It's
That's
interesting. Yeah.
that is strange, but I believe where the running back pick is a valuable pick because you lock down a running back for 4 years for minimum money.
That's what I like.
So-
That's what I like the team control aspect.
So that's the
of
one
it,
position you can rotate in and out and not necessarily take a big hit. You get what I'm saying? So
Right,
to
right.
me, you wouldn't commit $7, $8, $9 million at a running back position because that's what you're going to be paying Kareem Hunt. When you can bring in, AK wants 14, 15 mil. You're not going to do that.
I don't
So-
think he gets that money though, man. I don't think he
Nobody's
gets that.
going to give him that amount of money.
I
Especially
don't
after
think
a
he's
year.
going to get that kind of money. I mean,
Injury.
Christian McCaffrey, he's got a little more of a workload.
Yeah,
and
he'll
I
be
love
lucky if he
that.
gets
But
10
look at the
million a
touches
year.
that McCaffrey gets. He played 93% of his snaps last year. I think Kamara played like 63% the last couple
There's
of
a
years.
team. There's going to be a team out there that needs to put fans' asses in the seat.
But there's a
So-
lot of running backs in this draft, though, Pete. That's the thing, and you got to think about it. There's a lot of there's not a lot of running back starved teams right now. That's besides maybe the Chiefs and maybe the Rams. There's not a lot of teams that need a running back desperately. That's the thing you got to keep in mind. How much leverage does he have in the open market?
I can see Miami trying to pull that trigger.
Miami's interesting because they got a lot of cap space and they're trying to rebuild that thing. Yeah.
And they got a lot of picks.
Yeah.
They definitely have a lot of picks, man.
And if you get a rookie quarterback, it'd be great to have a guy like Kamara to rely on. I mean, they got Jordan Howard already. Imagine
It's
a
gonna
Jordan
be an
Howard
interesting
Kamara
draft.
tandem
I
for a
know
young
that for a
quarterback
fact,
like
man.
Herbert or Tua to
I'm
rely
looking
on.
forward
You know.
to
I mean, I also threw around the idea of Marquise Lee got released today. I think that would be, 1 year kick the tires and see where he's at deal. Marquise Lee has a lot of talent, and so I can see put him on a 1 year prove it deal, and that would pretty show up, the receiving cores.
Right?
You could use
I
another
mean-
receiver for sure. You definitely could. I agree.
So
All right, guys. But Dave and Poncho, man, we thank you for coming on, bro. We hope to have you again very soon because
Thank you guys.
you
Thank
guys
you, man. We hope to definitely team up in the future, man, for sure.
Oh,
yes, sir. Thank you very much.
We'll talk to you guys later. All right,
Thank
who
you,
that, y'all?
Poncho.
All right, guys.
All right, man.
Who that, my baby?
Yeah. All right. So we back.
All right.
Still here.
Yup. So, you know what I'm
So
saying? Back
I
into
gotta
this
throw
draft
this out
talk.
here. I gotta throw this out here because Matt's been yelling, like literally yelling on the screen, bro. Like, and it's hard because Matt, and I no disrespect, bro. Like I wanted to throw your comment out there, but you see, as we have so many people on at one time, everybody has an opinion. So it's
Yeah.
hard to get, the stream out there. You know what I'm saying? So let me throw it to us since it's just us now.
Right.
Matt says you guys are sleeping on Clyde Edwards, running back. And he feels like he's the best running back in the draft.
Clyde Edwards is a beast, but I think it was Poncho or Dave mentioned earlier. For some reason, we just don't draft LSU backs, bro. Like we don't draft LSU players, period. Like there's so many in this draft between
there's
Patrick
so many
Queen,
LSU
Clyde
players in the
Edwards,
draft. You've got to be crazy not to pick one of them.
bro. But we just don't. The first LSU player we got was a lineman, and then everybody was like, "There, shut up." Now we got one. Like,
Well, the last LSU player that we drafted was Will Clyde.
Yep.
He was the last LSU player that we drafted, So it is a proof of fact that in history the Saints have not drafted into LSU or even in the SEC. They like to go to like Ohio State, places like that with their first.
I was just about to mention. I was just about to mention that it's funny that out of all the mock drafts, out of all the everything, we have not seen anyone give us an Ohio State player in the first, third round, nothing. And I think that's crazy because I believe if they were to move up, and make a serious move up, it would be a monster move up for either Jeff Okudah or Chase Young. Why? Because number one, they're both talented as all hell. But number two, they're from Ohio State. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So how you guys feeling right now? How y'all feeling, man? Y'all tired?
Oh man,
Y'all sleep?
I'm good, man.
Hey,
No,
yeah,
man, I'm good, bro.
Y'all want to go home? You want me to call your
roll,
Uber?
man. We can call your
This guy.
Uber.
Right,
bro.
So
Last call for alcohol.
Right. Let's get into it, man. We originally had planned to, give a draft, our little mock draft, and who we think should go where and trades, different things that you think the Saints could do, possibly do, or other teams for that matter. You know what I'm saying? So I still want to get into that if you guys, because the draft is tomorrow. We got to make this shit happen today.
Let's go,
man. Let's do it, man.
All right, y'all good, right? Everybody straight?
Yes, sir.
I'm good.
You need a Red Bull, Mike?
Good. No, I'm good. I'm Gucci, man. Look, I got my Yeti with my water.
Okay, drop some of that. Drop some of that down to Steve, man. He might need some coffee.
I got mine. Hey, I got mine. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I got my.
So
I got
some
my
interesting.
juice.
I have a draft that is not my own. I will not lie to you guys. I will not do that. I did not make this, but I found it very, very interesting, and I like whoever made this up. So let me get it real quick because it also comes along with some different moves that I thought was very interesting.
Okay.
So how do you guys want to do it? You guys want to give me your number one, I give you mine, or you want me to just run through my list and give you the opinion, or you give me your opinion on it?
Why
Hey,
don't you
let's
roll
go.
with yours?
Let's go by round. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever first round you got, then we'll go in a circle. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you.
Okay.
You go first, and then me, then Mike will go in that circle like that.
All right. Well, first pick, of course, and this is not going to change for me up until the first pick is live on however they're gonna broadcast this thing tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And you guys, man, it's gonna be very interesting. I hope everybody has a chance to be able to see this newfangled thing that the NFL is doing with this draft, because I don't know what's about to happen.
Bro,
Really
facts.
don't.
Hey, somebody gonna announce they pick. The Wi-Fi is gonna cut out.
Right.
Hey, it's
And they're gonna be like,
ridiculous.
what? Who was it? And the internet gonna blow up. All right, so my first pick for the Cincinnati Bengals, of course, is not going to change. They are drafting Joe Burrow. Point blank, period. They not moving off of this pick. Believe that. And if they do, I'm not a Bengals fan no more. I don't like you guys.
I mean,
Ever.
you shouldn't be a Bengals fan, period. But all right. You like,
I am with me right now, man. I've been a Bengals fan. Outside of Saints, love you guys.
all right, hey, I'm gonna go number 2, Washington. I'm gonna say they go and take Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, I don't think so, but that's a good pick for them. You know, that is a
I
good
say
pick.
this because look, you got a new head coach. It's a new regime. He did not draft Dwayne Haskins. Every coach likes to go in there with their guy, right? So
First of all, okay, you skip, bro. Like, I want your number one pick also. Don't try to go to number 2 and then me number 3 or Mike number 3. Nah, I want your first round pick.
all
Who
right,
is
hey,
it?
well,
It's
see,
1-1, 2-2, 2-2, all that. Give me yours.
So I'm gonna say this. So recently, Andy Dalton posted a video of him in his backyard with his
My
kids
man.
slinging.
Andy
I mean, hey, slinging the ball, bro. I think
Now you on the bandwagon. Now you
No,
feeling me
no,
when
no,
I
no.
say Andy
No,
Dalton
no,
is
no.
the truth. He just
No,
on
no,
a
no.
sad ass team.
No. Oh, let me finish. He's slinging the ball, and I think he posted this because he know what's about to happen. He's getting released.
He
and he
wants
trying
to
to
leave.
he about to
He
put
wants
his
to
audition
leave.
tape. That
He
was
don't want
his
to be with the
audition
Bengals
tape.
no more.
He put his audition tape out there. That's what that was. So yeah, number 1, barring some craziness, is gonna be Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Joe Burrow.
All right. Mike, number 1 pick.
So the number 1 pick in the draft, or who I think the Saints are going to go with in the first round.
No, number 1 pick in the draft for the Bengals, because they have the first pick.
So the number 1 pick in the draft is the obvious choice. Joe Burrow goes to Cincinnati. That's what I feel. Now,
Mine.
if you asking me what the 24th pick is, so the 24th pick is going to be one of 2 choices, and it's the obvious ones because everybody's making up these old big fabricated schemes and stuff like that. So if Justin Jefferson is still there, Justin Jefferson is the first choice for the New Orleans Saints.
He won't be.
If he's off the board, we go LSU anyways with linebacker Patrick Queen. That's my first choice for the Saints in the first round, number 24.
Let me tell you why.
He jumped all the way to the Saints, bro.
Hey,
and I
said
no.
That's what I thought. Hey, honestly, that's what I thought we were gonna do. I thought we was gonna give like our first round pick for the Saints, second round pick for the Saints, third round pick for the Saints. But I get what you're saying.
Past the third round, or even the second round for that, and we ain't got none. I don't care.
hey, just to clarify on what he was saying though, Justin Jefferson, barring a trade up, he won't be there because Philly needs a receiver desperately. Denver needs receivers desperately, and I think they're both. One of those 2 teams will snag him before he ever falls to 24.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. Tua is going to Miami.
Right.
He's gonna go in the 5th pick. It's gonna be Joe Burrow, number 1. Number 2 is gonna be Chase Young, and then number 3 is gonna be that cornerback,
Jeff Okudah
or whatever. Yeah,
So
Jeff
are you sure
Okudah.
about that?
Man,
Are you
that
sure
dude.
about that? Are you sure
I
about
just
that?
got that feeling, man. I mean, it's either gonna be him or that offensive tackle from Alabama, Willis or something like that.
So I think
Jadaric Wills.
Man,
I
get
think
back on track, man. Get back on track. Y'all moving
right.
all around the board.
let's
All
go.
right.
Let's go
All
number
right,
two.
hold
Let's go
up, hold
number
up.
two.
Matt, I see you, Matt. I see you, Matt.
Yeah.
Ain't no way Tua going number 2. What you smoking? I don't know what that man. He's smoking something, Matt. I'm telling you.
Hey,
But
watch
wait,
what I say.
the Saints don't draft LSU players. But
Yeah.
you talking about, man? See, Matt, they don't pay
Now
attention
look,
to what they be saying on here, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Hey, I just said he wasn't
here's a
drafting no
here's a
Jefferson. I just
Justin
said
Jefferson.
so listen. So listen, here's an interesting concept that I want to just kind of put in y'all's ears, man, and maybe think about. So y'all know Jacksonville has the number 9 pick in the first round, right?
Yup.
Yeah.
So right now they kind of tease in the NFL with Leonard Fournette. So here's the scenario: you offer them the opportunity at Alvin Kamara so that they can get off of Leonard Fournette for that first round pick, possibly throw in your boy Taysom Hill. So you get Taysom Hill and you get Alvin Kamara. We get Leonard Fournette in their first round pick, maybe give them a third round pick, and we possibly get an opportunity to get a quarterback and a linebacker in the first round. Just saying.
So
Wait.
wait. So
That's
first of all,
far-fetched? Is it really far-fetched?
So first of all,
I gotta recap so I understand. My mind is moving slower than
hold
yours,
on.
man.
First of all, so that you know what that sounds like to me? Hey, yeah, we'll give you our entire we'll give you our entire draft for Ricky Williams. That's what that sounds like to me. Absolutely
No,
Yeah, I
not.
mean-
all we do. Listen, we not even okay. So we give up a 4th round pick.
Bro, I hear you.
We give up
I understand.
Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara. So they get a 4th round pick, Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara. We free those 2 contracts up. We get Leonard Fournette in your first round pick of this year.
Here's why I don't like that. That's giving up a lot of production. You're giving up Taysom and Kamara, right?
Yeah.
If they're
But you get Leonard Fournette and your first round pick. What pick are they at?
number nine. Right. They
Number
do that, bro.
9.
We would have to give them Taysom, AK, our number 1, and another pick to get that 9 pick. That just wouldn't happen. And plus, we're getting Fournette too, bro. That would not happen. That's
You ain't say nothing about giving our first round pick up.
I'm saying that's what we
Yeah,
would
I
have to do to get up that high. For them to give us the 9 and Fournette, nah.
Now I would possibly consider doing Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara, and maybe next year's first round or maybe next year's second round pick.
For Fournette,
Leonard
I'm not
Fournette.
giving up.
Yeah, for
Man, I'm not
Fournette
about
and
that
their
giving up first
pick.
round picks, man. Like at all.
Yeah.
Like I don't for
I
real.
mean, I feel the same way about it. I would rather have 2 picks in the first round than have no picks in the first round.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because we decent. Well, not even decent, bro. We're elite every year. So our first round picks is always way down at the goddamn bottom. So to say we about to give that first round pick up, man, then we talking about second round, third round. And sometimes we dumb enough to trade those off like this year, and we ain't got that.
Right.
So as far as trading off my first round pick, I'm not doing that shit, bro. I'm not doing that at all.
Now-
I don't care what you trying to offer me.
Now let me ask you this: what if there was a consideration for giving up our number 24 pick and either Alvin Kamara or Taysom Hill for that number 9 pick? Moving up to the number 9 pick in the first round and giving up the 24
I'll give you
pick in
Taysom.
the first.
I'll give you Taysom.
Yeah, Taysom Hill
I'd
and the
give you
24
Taysom.
pick for that number
9
9 pick. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
Okay, hey.
and
This
then
is
you-
why I would do that. I would do that because, okay, you take Taysom, I get that 9 pick, you take out 24, because in the third round, I'm going to back up and get Lynn Bowden Jr. from Kentucky, and he's going to replace Taysom Hill.
That's right, yeah.
Lynn Bowden Jr. is a baller,
I mean-
plays quarterback, plays wide receiver, on special teams, running back. He even played a couple of defensive snaps. That dude's a baller.
The only reason why this came into my head is because the talk about they dangling Leonard Fournette and stuff. Well, obviously, if they trying to get off of that contract with him, they need to replace him with someone who is potentially as good, if not better, of a running back than he is. Alvin Kamara fits that description, obviously. Also, too, they don't give up a first round pick. They're just moving back, like what, 16 spots, and we're moving up 16 spots. You know what I'm saying? Or Taysom Hill. They get Taysom Hill with the opportunity to potentially put him in the in the
franchise quarterback spot.
Competition for the quarterback spot. Who's over there?
Gardner
quarterback
Minshew
right now.
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. Really? I mean, come on. If Taysom Hill really wants his shot, that might be a good opportunity for him in Jacksonville to win that number one spot and be the quarterback that he's talking about wanting to be.
He's only on like a $4 million contract this year. But to my knowledge, he hasn't signed his tender yet, so he would have to sign that first. He has not signed.
He went on Instagram and said, "I'm waiting. I want to weigh my options." Is what his words was. I'm weighing my options. We're weighing options. We're taking a look at everything.
I got two scenarios for you guys. I want to talk about both of them real quick. Number one, we talked about a little bit earlier. Saints make a trade with the Browns. The Browns are at number 10. And with that trade, whatever that may be that the Saints is giving up at that time, we go up and get Jordan Love. There's been a lot of buzz around Jordan Love lately. And I think maybe, I don't know if it's the fans or if it's actually the Saints who just fell in love with Jordan Love. No pun intended.
Right.
But what do you guys think about the Saints moving up? What do you think they have to give up to the Browns? I don't think they're gonna have to be too much because the Browns is just for that 10 spot to go get Jordan Love. And would you even trade up to get Jordan Love?
First of all, hell no, because Jordan Love is not a top 10 pick. He won't go in the top 10. You don't need to trade up. Jordan Love could very well be there at 24. Like he's not Tua or Justin Herbert or even, Burrow. Like he's not, according to draft boards, in that echelon. So, I wouldn't trade up. If I move up to the 10, it's to get an elite player that can help us right now.
Right.
Wait a second, man. Okay, just blow everything up just now. Just check out what I just came across. So did you know that Jacksonville has 2 number 1 picks this year? They have the 20th pick and they have the 9th pick.
Makes sense.
They have the 20th pick and the 9th pick. Really? Like that makes some sense. Now, I'm looking at ESPN's mock draft right now. This is Sports Illustrated's mock draft. Jordan Love is not even in the top 20.
Facts.
He's not even going in the top 20 as far as what Sports Illustrated is talking about. As a matter of fact, he doesn't go until the 28th pick to Baltimore. Yeah. Baltimore. So, yeah, that's what they're saying, that Baltimore is going to go get him with the 28th pick.
So why? Okay, first of all, that automatically discredits that mock draft to me, and I don't want to hear anything else from it.
Yeah.
Why would they go and draft the quarterback in the first round when they have Lamar Jackson?
Dude, wait, hold on. Am I looking at this right? I'm sorry, dude.
Nah, you good. You good. I'm gonna read this comment. I'm gonna read this comment while you doing that right quick. If we giving up picks, let's just move up and get Tua, or give away all our damn picks and get Joe.
Okay. No,
I wouldn't be mad. There's 2 players that I wouldn't be mad at making a move like that for: Joe Burrow or Chase Young. Outside of that, nah.
Yeah.
Because Tua, you don't know.
I'm
You don't know if he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Jeff Okuda's the
No, I do
another.
know that man healthy. That man healthy, man. I think the NFL trying to play. I think these GMs and these head coaches trying to play to it. But I think the man is healthy, and I think he's ready to play the game. And whoever pick him up gonna have a hell of a quarterback on their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, what it was, Sports Illustrated picks Jordan Love going to Miami at the number 26 pick. So
Oh,
Jordan
okay.
Love goes. Yeah, he goes to Miami. Is what Sports Illustrated
At
is
number
saying.
26.
Yeah, they got
At
3
number
picks.
26.
They got 3 first-round picks.
No,
Yeah.
fuck. I don't. Okay.
I heard that Miami likes Justin Herbert a lot, though. So I mean, they're sitting at 5. I
Yeah.
think they pulled a. I think quarterback is the most important position. If they're going to get a
I
quarterback,
actually got Miami taking Justin Herbert.
so I'm gonna run through my top 5 real quick. And
All right, you mother, because you guys said, you know what I'm saying? Because we was actually on the road here, but you guys love jumping over shit. But all right, let's go. Give me the top 5.
I'm gonna give you my top 5 picks, and then you will
I'll
get
give
yours,
you mine.
Tracy. All right, so
go ahead.
first, of course, number 1 is going to Joe Burrow, right?
Mhm.
Now, earlier I mentioned Tua Tagovailoa to the Redskins. That's still quite possible, but I'm gonna go ahead and change that. I'm gonna make that the gimme pick 2. Chase Young, number 2. The Lions, I think, is gonna take defensive tackle Derek Brown, right? At number 4, the Giants, I'm giving them Tua. I know they took a quarterback last year, but that guy's a bum. He's a bum, and he's not Tua. And the Giants, they gonna need a splash.
The Giants
I'ma
number 5, right?
Huh? Nah, Miami's number 5. Giants number 4.
Okay.
And then at 5, I'm giving Miami
Oh, gotcha.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
So I got 3 quarterbacks going in the top 5.
I got 3. I got 3 going in the top 5 too.
You got what? You got 3 quarterbacks going in the top 5? Let me hear that
I
shit.
had 3 quarterbacks going in the top.
Let me hear it.
So, with the first pick of the 2020 NFL draft, Cincinnati Bengals choose Joe Burrow, LSU quarterback. Actually, from a reliable source, that they've already informed him that he is going to be their number 1.
Yeah, they've been talking too damn much, man. They've been talking too much.
Joe Burrow number 1, Chase Young number 2. I think I'm going to go with your boy, that cornerback, Jeffrey Okudah. Jeff Okudah number 3 to Detroit. Then Wills is going to go at number 4, that offensive lineman, the offensive tackle. And then Tua goes to Miami, quarterback. I don't think they go get Jordan Love. I think they go get Tua. That's my number 5. That's my 1 through 5.
I kind of agree with you guys, man. And like I said, I'm not gonna lie to you and say this is mine, but I love it. I like this one. All right. So number 1 is Justin Burrow. Number 2 is Chase Young.
Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Yo,
get it right,
Joe
man.
Burrow. My bad.
Combining quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks and wide receivers.
Number 2 is Chase Young. Number 3 to the Lions, Jeff Okudah. And I liked that one. I liked that pick for the Lions.
I mean, it
really
makes
did.
sense. They got rid of Darius Slay, so he'll take that
Yeah.
spot.
Now this is what I really liked about this, right? So projected trade with the Giants, Miami moves up to number 4 and goes get Justin Herbert, and I think that's a very good possibility. I think Herbert will end up in Miami one way or another. And number 5 is Tristan Wirfs, the OT,
right?
Wirfs.
Yeah.
But the reason I really was looking at this draft, because they got a trade with Atlanta, projected trade with the Cardinals to move up to number 8, which everybody knows that the Cardinals. I mean, not the Cardinals, but Atlanta has been talking this big crap about moving up, and they always do. They always try to move up in the draft to pick somebody that they want.
Facts.
But I don't care about them. But here we go. This is what I was looking at. Projected trade with the Browns. Sean Payton likes to get his man. This trade is similar to the move with the Chiefs made to grab Patrick Mahomes a few years back. Love is not Mahomes in terms of his skill set, but is promised a strong enough to make some teams will and deal. And they think that the Saints will trade up to get Jordan Love at number 10.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't love it.
I don't.
I don't love it.
Yeah.
Well, when you think about it, there's certain things that come into play now that everybody knows that this is most likely Drew Brees' last year. Now, what do you want to do, man? Do you want to wait and try to figure out some shit later on after the season is over when you find out if you won a Super Bowl or you didn't, and now you got to scramble to try to find somebody at quarterback position? Or do you want to draft one now to sit back there for at least another year and learn the damn game? What are you going to do, man?
I mean,
just makes sense. It just makes sense.
They got some guys that could come in and be a bridge quarterback
Oh.
instead of wasting your assets.
Please
James
name one.
Winston,
Wrong.
Cam Newton. Hey,
Pow, pow, pow.
Stop it with that shit, man. Stop it.
hey, your favorite dude, Andy Dalton. I mean, there's bridge quarterbacks out there that could hold you over instead of
For
trading
how
your
long?
assets.
For how long, bro?
Bro, I
How
mean, think
long is Cam Newton with his broke ass gonna come in there and run my offense?
about it like this, right? They got some guys coming out. Trevor Lawrence is coming out next year from Clemson. Yeah,
So
he's
now-
supposed to be. Look, they got guys, bro. I'm saying we don't have to reach for a quarterback. Is what I'm saying. There are options out there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think there's gonna be a lot of surprise Saints fans when we don't go get a quarterback until the third round or fourth round. When we go get
Mason Fine.
that boy Mason Fine, and have him and Taysom Hill competing for that number 2 spot, behind Drew Brees. I mean, I just got that feeling, who I can't remember the guy's name that I introduced last week, the quarterback from Minnesota. I mean, Miami. That was that Ryan Fitzpatrick took his spot.
Josh Rosen. Yep.
Josh Rosen.
Yep.
That's still an opportunity as well. I don't know. I just really don't see Sean Payton going to get a rookie quarterback, with the first pick, with the first round. I just don't see it.
So where do you see them picking up? Okay, because we ain't got no second. So can we get a QB in a third round? And who's going to be there? What legit quarterback is going to be there in the third round?
I mean, you say that, but Russell Wilson was drafted in the third round. Like, there's a lot of guys that are drafted in the third round. Drew Brees was drafted in the second round. So, I mean,
second round.
And as a matter of fact,
you yourself said you had 3-4 quarterbacks going in the first round, in the first 5.
Yep.
So who gonna be there? Who the hell's gonna be there in the second round, man?
But see, that's. I mean, I hear you, but
no,
again,
you don't.
Would you rather trade all your assets for an unproven rookie, or would you? Okay, let me go get Andy Dalton, bridge the gap with him until that can't miss guy is coming out of college.
I want the Saints star fans to know right now, this is the most stressed I've been in a long time. Right? Because the draft is tomorrow. We got a lot going on.
Facts.
And you know how much I argue with my brother. I mean, you guys can obviously tell. You watch, you listen. You've been listening since we was just on audio. Mike was there. He knows. I argue with my brother all the time about this same thing. We're never gonna get on the same page, but he truly, truly just burns me the hell up sometimes, right? And I'm
Bro.
trying to be as focused and as poised as I can without flipping out right now. All right. But we cool. Same style
Am I-
podcast. We cool.
Bro, am I okay? Tell me what I'm saying isn't logical though.
I just don't understand, bro. I just don't understand like your mind frame. Like,
All right, you just said you don't like giving up first round picks, right? We do not
Right.
have a second round pick. So in order to move
True.
up from 24 to 10, that's 14 spots. We would have to give up our one and the one from next year to make that big of a jump.
first of all, I don't gotta give you shit. I definitely don't gotta give you my first round pick. Not this year. Now I could give you my first round pick next year, and I don't like doing that. But this year, no.
Bro,
So I could give
you
you a
think-
first round pick next year. That's probably gonna be last because we winning the Super Bowl. So we're
you
gonna
think
be at
the
number 30
Browns?
something.
You think the Browns finna give you their top 10 pick without getting a pick back this year in return? Absolutely not, bro. Come on, bro.
Fuck the
Come
Browns,
on, bro.
man. I'm not look,
So
trade with Miami. They got enough. They got enough to give
listen to
up.
this. I want to read this for y'all real quick. This is taken from the interview with Mickey Loomis. It says the Saints philosophy at number 24. It says Saints staffers have talked extensively this week about who they think will be available at number 24, much like how reporters and fans conduct mock drafts. Loomis said their discussions about the players who could be taken anywhere from 6 picks ahead of them all the way to what's available at the top of the second round. He said that we spent a lot of time discussing that and discussing, is there a particular player that we might want to explore trading up for? Loomis said that himself.
Right.
We spend a lot of time doing that, and that is the bulk of this week's actual work. The Saints' goal every year is to put themselves in a position to be able to pick the best player available. Loomis said the Saints' successes in free agency helped set them up to do that again this year. But at the same time, they are also going to assess how that player would fit into their roster. It's always a
no doubt.
combination of two, but obviously we lean toward the highest grade player. So he's saying that the successes that we have already had as a team in free agency has set us up in a position to be flexible with that number 24 pick. So, I mean, realistically, it's really hard to range what they're going to do with that pick because there's a lot of options out there, being as though we have had a really good free agency time, adding Malcolm Jenkins, adding Emmanuel Sanders, re-signing some of our key players. You know what I'm saying? We solidified Andrews Pete. We got Drew Brees for at least another year, if not 2. So I mean, we have set ourselves up for the opportunity to make some moves.
So
And I wouldn't be surprised that does happen.
Mike, besides Steve, you too, because I know I'm getting on you, but I love you, bro. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Besides a quarterback and somebody on the other side of Cam Jordan, what else do we truly need? We have sewn up our team. We are good. I believe we have the team that is going to make this Super Bowl run. We don't need much anymore.
I agree.
So
somebody
on the
I
other
think
side,
Okay, so one okay.
quarterback, what do we need?
Okay, so one of 3 things. Another tight end, another wide receiver, or a linebacker. And the reason I say this is because, we got Emmanuel Sanders, but remember when we had Dez Bryant and one injury sent us right back to Michael Thomas being the only receiver. So we need to get some depth, get another receiver, or a pass catching tight end to pair up with Jared Cook and have 2 tight ends set. You know what I'm saying? We need some more offense. That's for damn sure. And if you flip
let me tell you.
Well, go ahead, Mike.
Well, I was going to say, let me tell you what sounds a little, and I don't want to go off into this, but sounds more interesting to me with that scenario with Cleveland moving up to the number 10 spot. for me personally, if we're gonna move up to the number 10 spot, I'm not going to get a quarterback. I'm going to get CJ Lamb or I'm going to get Henry Ruggs. I'm going to
Facts.
get a dynamic
Facts.
wide receiver who is going to make an influential mark on that field next
Facts.
season with Michael Thomas, with Emmanuel Sanders, with Jared Cook. I mean, if you put someone like CJ Lamb into that play,
Facts.
we look like the wide receiving core that Tampa Bay has, but we have an offensive line and a quarterback and a running back.
Facts.
So I mean, if we move up to a top 10 spot, we're gonna go get a wide receiver. That's how I feel about it. We only signed Emmanuel Sanders to 2 years, so
Facts.
the opportunity for us to go get a wide receiver is very much a possibility, just like the possibility of filling that linebacker position is. Those are the
And
two
here's-
spots that we need help in.
Here's why I like that move, because then you have the pairing of Michael Thomas and let's just say CJ Lamb for the next 4 or 5 years. So whatever quarterback comes behind Drew Brees has those weapons, number one. Number two,
Right.
you got a wide receiver in that room in Emmanuel Sanders who's been there, done that, and could teach the young receiver. And he can improve Michael Thomas still. You know what I'm saying? He could still get better. So we would have
That's
a
right.
trio of wide receivers who are all talented, work well together, and we'd probably have the best trio of receivers in the league if that happened.
Right. And then also, too, you got to take into play Traquan Smith. Traquan Smith is still young. He was coming on at the end of the
Man,
season.
look, let me tell you something. Nah. We're not even going there. I didn't written him off. He's done. He's done.
I don't know. I haven't really written him off. He looks to me like a good quality 4-spot receiver or maybe a slot in every now and then. He's fast. And also, too, you got to take into consideration, we still got Deontay Harris. Deontay Harris started doing, some things, towards the end of the season, So, I mean, we have the weapons on offense, man. If we move up in the trade, I wouldn't doubt if they do decide to do that their choice is going to be wide receiver. They're going to go get a young wide receiver, someone like CeeDee Lamb or Justin Judy, or Henry Ruggs. I also like the option of them going to that boy Laviska Shenault. I've talked a lot about him, man.
Yeah.
That dude is a monster, bro. I mean, it's just, a lot of things are up in the air about it. I just don't see us going to get a quarterback. That's not Sean Payton's thing. I think he wants to go. I think it's possible that they're going to add another a quarterback, an experienced quarterback, to come in and compete for that second spot with Taysom Hill. To see how that kind of looks or whatever. Maybe someone like Josh Rosen. Maybe someone like your boy Andy Dalton. I don't know if we can afford that, but if we could afford that, that would be ideal. It really would be for me. I like Andy Dalton, dude.
I can't see Andy Dalton expecting a whole bunch of money. Now, Andy Dalton put up some numbers. If you go back and look, and he's brought his team to many playoff games. Now, regardless of how much Steven won't hate, talk about the division and all that kind of shit, Andy Dalton has been in playoff game after playoff game after playoff game. He's brought that team, as garbage as they were, to playoff after playoff. So to say that about the man, even though he's done that, I can't see him wanting a bunch of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Well,
because
and also,
he's coming off of a losing team.
Right. And then you also, too, got to consider the situation. I mean, what quarterback coming from a junk team like Cincinnati wouldn't possibly give up a couple $1 million to go sit under Drew Brees for a year, to watch him play, to learn an offense such as our offense, like the dynamic offense that we do have, the weapons that we possess, and then be able to have an opportunity to compete for the starting position next year or possibly the year after. Andy Dalton is a very smart man. He's been in the league for a couple of years. He knows where he's at is over with. He's going somewhere else. He's going to want to go somewhere where he's got an opportunity to possibly go to a Super Bowl or possibly jump in next year, the year after, as a starting quarterback with a bunch of weapons to bring a team to the Super Bowl. I mean, that's what it kind of looks like, And so that's what I would like to see. If it was a perfect world, if it was not the New Orleans Saints, but Big Mike Saints, then that's kind of what I would do. I would go get an experienced quarterback who's ready to take that position, someone like Andy Dalton or possibly Josh Rosen, give them an opportunity to compete with Taysom Hill. Obviously, I don't have the faith in Taysom Hill that, so say, a lot of fans do. I see him competing for the position, but he's not going to get the position. If he's going to get the position, he's going to get the position somewhere else, like maybe in the XFL or something like that. But I just don't see him getting the position, with the Saints. He's just not a starting quarterback.
I don't know.
Maybe he
Steve,
can go rest.
did we talk about that on
The
the podcast?
XFL being done, yeah.
Yeah, I thought.
we talked about.
And I'm
Doug.
sorry to hear that, man. Them dudes was really out there playing their heart out, bro.
Facts.
And they had a good thing going. And I'm sorry that y'all go, because I love football all year round.
Bro, I was I live in Houston, bro, and they team was the Roughnecks. They was balling. I mean, PJ Walker just signed with Carolina, so fuck him now.
Yeah.
But he was balling before he joined Carolina.
PJ Walker's gonna compete with old Teddy, huh?
I mean, you paying Teddy 21. I don't think it's much of a competition, but yeah.
Right. I mean, he's just gonna sit back there too.
Matt, hit me up in the comments, bro, and see if you are available to come on. Matt said he disagreeing with all our shit right now.
Oh wow.
he disagreeing with everything, bro. He's just like nah. So Matt, hit me up in the comments, bro. If you available to be on, I would love to have you on right now. We've been going for a good minute, but we got a couple of more minutes, bro. And if you available, I'd love to have you on. Because I definitely want to hear your opinion on this. And Matt, in the comments, Matt is always very opinionated. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be on, Matt, hit me up, bro. I'll definitely put you on real quick, bro, so we can talk about this disagreement that you having.
That boy Matt said he a keyboard warrior tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Seriously, I disagree with all of this. I was like, oh my God, you're killing me right now. But I do want to bring up another scenario. Well, it's not really a scenario because this is facts. This is definitely facts that has come out. About to hit you up. All right, come on, Matt. I got you, bro. So both Panthers at number 7 and the Cardinals at number 8 has shown interest to moving to basically giving up their first round for something. So number 7 and number 8 with the Panthers and the Cardinals have shown interest in giving up their first round picks for something or someone.
All right, so here's where I think that's interesting. For one, the Carolina Panthers ain't finna do business with us, so you can just rule that out. But number 8, Arizona needs a lot. And I mean a lot. And they got a rookie head coach. I mean, his second year now, but rookie compared to our coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is something I can see them like, hey, y'all want Taysom Hill and I don't know, this kick returner. Like I can see them trying to floss them out they pick for real.
My kick returner.
Hey,
not mine. Because
I'm
I'm
telling you,
in the league, so you better pick another position.
Hey, Kamara for your number 8. I'll take it.
Kamara. Huh. Man, I don't want to give up no Kamara, bro. Like I have a hard time understanding these kind of things when it comes down to Alvin Kamara because the man was hurt. He's so young,
bro. But bro, you have not peep this.
You have not seen
this. We get Kamara for that 8. We get, I don't know, like a CD Lamb or some top elite wide receiver. Then at 24, you know what I'm saying? We go ahead and get a running back. Win-win. Win-win situation. You just improved your offense and you made it cheaper and you made it younger.
Save me, bro.
Hump,
Save me on this.
hump day. All right.
Come on,
So
man.
I got
Seriously.
something to say. Are you guys interested in hearing Deuce McAllister's top six draft the 6 draft picks that he thinks the Saints are gonna roll with?
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right.
Deuce.
All right. So Deuce McAllister goes with a shock in the first round. Instead of going with Patrick Queen, he's going with AJ Epinenza, which is the defensive end from the University of Iowa. AJ Epinenza, defensive end, University of Iowa.
I don't know.
And then third round goes to Akeem Davis Gaither, linebacker from Appalachian State University. Check this out. His fourth round pick is Thaddeus Moss, a tight end from
Yes,
LSU.
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Just
I like that
Fifth-
pick.
talking about that.
Fifth round pick is L'Jarius Sneed, cornerback from Louisiana Tech. And then the 6th round pick, we go get a quarterback. His name is Cole McDonald from the University of Hawaii. What y'all
So,
think about that?
no disrespect, Deuce, but that is trash.
Garbage.
That is garbage. The only pick that I agree with,
You a legend.
the only pick I agree with is
Legend.
that Thaddeus Moss pick. I love that Thaddeus Moss pick.
Yeah, I do too, man. I like it.
But absolutely not. It'd be a no for me, dog. I just nah. Because I mean, if you're gonna get one of them corners from Louisiana Tech, why not Amik Emerson, bro? Instead of whoever, I don't even know who that other corner that you said, but
L'Jarius Sneed.
yeah, bro. Nah.
Sneed. Yeah, I would much rather Amik Robertson.
Right.
But I'm gonna be honest. With you about Thaddeus Moss, man. I feel that if they could get him to lose some weight and get his speed up, he could transition to a wide receiver position. I just really feel that. You know what I'm saying? He's got the body depth. He's tall enough. He's big enough. His frame is big. If they could get him to lean up a little bit and get his speed up, he could transition to a wide receiver position. He's got good hands. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely a big dude, man. He's definitely bigger than I was expecting because I didn't know about Thaddeus Moss until the combines came out. Actually, a little bit. A little bit before that because I was looking into who was coming out of college or whatever. But when I seen him, I was like,
yeah,
that's Randy Moss's son. He's a big dude.
Yo, what up, Matt?
What's up?
Yeah, he is.
What up, Matt?
Hey, what's up?
What
up, yo?
What up?
Matt, bro. Okay, so let me say this, and I don't mean to say this on live, but I'm gonna say it anyway because why the fuck not, right? Matt, you crazy as hell, bro.
hey, this guy's literally shitting on everything we say. Like,
nah, Matt, I think Matt he's very opinionated, man. I love Matt, bro. I love your opinions and everything that you say. But one thing you cannot do, Matt, is go ahead and put your email in the comments, bro. Like you don't know how much spam you're gonna get now, man.
Oh man, that's funny.
I ain't worried
Get
about
all kind of stuff.
That's one of my old emails anyway.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I got you. But now you
So
on
what you
there,
think?
Matt. And Matt said, this is what Matt said. Matt said, I disagree with all of this. We already got everything we need to make it run. We need to get a QB in the first round. So when Drew leaves, we have a young QB that learned under Drew.
Matt,
I agree with you, Matt. I definitely agree with you.
Matt, you remember what happened with Dez Bryant, Matt?
Yeah,
What happened last year?
Give him go ahead, Matt. Go ahead, bro.
my point is, why do we need these wide receivers when we got good enough wide receivers with Drew Brees? Drew Brees can make any wide receiver look good. So why do we need to go get a wide receiver? If there's a quarterback on the board, why not pick him up? Because when Drew
See.
leaves, what do we got?
Right.
I used to believe that.
Here's we need to
Here's the thing. Last year, Michael Thomas had 146 catches, and the next guy was 29 catches. So clearly, we need wide receiver help. Clearly, he used to be that guy, but he don't have the arm he used to have anymore, bro. He needs help.
picked up called Emmanuel Sanders. We got him.
I hear you, but again, just like with Dez Bryant, we was all hyped. Yeah. Then what happened? He got hurt. One injury, and we right back to only Michael Thomas again.
Yeah, you can draft a wide receiver and he can get hurt the first game. So what's your point?
Fact.
But it's better to have more of them than just one or two, is my point.
Yeah, but there's so many good. The thing is, there's so many good wide receivers in this draft. We don't need to take one in the first round. There's so many, but there's not very many quarterbacks. If we wait till it's too late, we're gonna pick up freaking. There's not very many quarterbacks available this year.
That's the same thing I said earlier in the podcast, man. Once Drew Brees leaves and you wait till the second, third round to get a quarterback, who's going to be left? And then after that, after 2020, and the season is over and Drew's gone, what are we gonna do? Who we gonna have back there now? Who's gonna take that throne?
Here's my thing, man. I feel, it's just my personal opinion, that our next quarterback is already in the NFL. It's just my opinion. I don't think we are going to go get a young rookie quarterback to get behind Drew Brees. Drew Brees has only got 1 year probably left. That is definitely not enough time to spend with a rookie quarterback to get them or prepare them. Now, if it's Joe Burrow or Chase Young, yeah, I do see that as a possibility. But the possibilities of us moving into a number one, number two, and number three position in the first round to get a quarterback that could potentially just take over next year is slim to none. I feel our quarterback after Drew Brees is already in the NFL,
Mike.
And I think he's going to be a late signing this year.
I asked this question to Steven. Mike, who?
I just said either Andy Dalton, Josh Rosen, one of those types of quarterback is going to be one of the ones that I feel is going to come in.
Unless it's Andy Dalton, I don't want to hear that shit. Unless it's Andy Dalton, I don't want to hear it, bro. There ain't nobody out there. Ain't no young quarterbacks out there that can take the throne right now and make a run.
Cam.
I mean,
Cam is broken. Stop playing with me right now, man. This dude,
I can't even.
He's not even on
fathom.
Nobody's looking at this dude. Nobody.
I can't even fathom the idea of Cam Jordan or Jameis Winston being in New Orleans. It makes me literally sick to my stomach. Like I can't even.
Agree with you.
Like I just want to throw up. Cam Newton, both Cam Newton and Jameis Winston are puke garbage. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
they're not your franchise quarterback. They're not the one to take over the throne. Neither Cam or 30 man. Stop playing with me, bro. Like, why you keep doing this to me, man? You're upsetting me now, bro. Like, seriously.
Cam, Superman. Hey, watch what I tell you.
Yeah, watch what I tell you. This dude gonna be on somebody's team, and he ain't gonna do shit. Nobody don't even want Cam. Bro.
Them black and gold number one jerseys.
They'd have picked him up.
Cam.
Yeah, but I don't want a quarterback that's already in the league. Why would you pick up a quarterback why don't you pick up a young quarterback that's got plenty of years to play instead of picking up quarterbacks that's been in the league?
Hey, Cam's only 30.
That's broken.
Cam's only 30. I'm just saying.
He's also broken.
You know
He's also broken.
Hey. Y'all believe in Taysom Hill, and he's very broken. He's been broken for years.
He ain't been broken since he been with us.
That's because he only on the field 10 plays a game, if that.
And I don't want to hear that, man. Every year for the last 3 to 4 years, Cam Newton's been hurt with some kind of injury. Who has set his ass on that bench watching other people play in front of him? No, absolutely not.
Watch what I tell you, bro. Watch what I tell you.
Oh my God, man. I don't know what to do with this dude sometimes.
Cam. Watch what I tell you.
Dude's all over Cam Newton.
So the Saints have said that, well, Sean Payton has came out and said that there will be no off-season program, and he told his players to show up for training camp in the best shape of your life. Now, due to the COD or COVID-19 coronavirus, I understand why there is no off-season program, right? But what do you guys think about basically saying, look, I'm giving you all this time off. You guys don't have to do anything. Just go out there and train yourselves. Work out on your own time, but come back in the best shape of your life. How is that going to really work out?
So I think, for one, this season is going to depend very much on the veterans. Like, if your team has a good nucleus and a good leadership foundation, I think we'll be just fine. But any team that's like rebuilding or solely depending on a bunch of rookies or 1-2 year players, they're going to fail epically.
We are a young team, though.
We're young, but we got a good group of leaders. And I mean, again, look at the Bucks. You need time to work with your receivers and get that down pat. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady not gonna go in there and just ball out. And I mean, this dude was in the park in Tampa and they kicked him out the park.
What?
Hey, that's the funniest thing I ever heard, bro. They rolled up on him. He was throwing footballs in the park. They kicked him out the park, told him he had to go home.
Man, where you heard that from?
Bro, it was on the news.
It's real. It was real, man. They told him, "Hey, look, you can't be out here doing all of this. It's a restricted area or whatever." Told him he couldn't practice out in the park or whatever.
My thing is, bro, I'm sure you got a big ass house with a big ass yard. Why is you in the park? You trying to make a statement, but Tampa police wasn't having none of that.
Well, it's Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying? They should have let that man throw the ball in the park. Wow. I guess.
Hey, don't say that. Don't say that.
I guess.
I know what you about to say, bro. Do not say that.
Another interesting scenario too. You got to think about too. Detroit has got that number 3 pick. Am I correct? Isn't that who's on the board at number 3?
Yep.
So the option for them to possibly go get a quarterback, Matthew Stafford is going to be a free agent next year. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Stafford has already publicly said, whether it's in a Detroit uniform or another uniform, he plans on playing for a couple more years. What is the possibility of maybe Matthew Stafford coming over at the end of next year if Detroit goes and gets a quarterback? I mean, there's a lot of scenarios you can run through, I mean, really there is. But I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. What you think?
There's a lot of scenarios that you could throw out there, but you got to think about when these scenarios are put out there, how legitimate or the real possibilities of them happening. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I do.
So Matthew Stafford coming to the New Orleans Saints is just like one of those. Stop playing on me right now. That's not about that. Man? Yeah, no. I mean, it would have to be something to where you see something in him that fits our whole scheme of playing, and he is like this pocket quarterback because Matthew Stafford ain't running outside. He ain't doing nothing besides sitting his ass in that pocket and passing the ball.
Right.
But for him to just fit the scheme, and I think we're trying to move away from that. That quarterback that sits back there and throws the ball. Like everybody's trying to move away from that. And I don't think he fits out what we're trying to move towards or what we're trying to do. So for him, no. Period.
Yeah. I mean, not to mention, bro, you don't want him to waste some of our young talent's years, bro. I mean, like,
right.
He had Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson was like, nah, I'll retire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Yeah. I don't see that one, bro. I don't see that one either.
And as I sit here too also and contemplate you know, what Matt was talking about, you know, we do have a lot of free agents next year that we're going to either have to sign or let go. You know, so money is going to be tight next year. So the possibility of us maybe getting a quarterback this year in the first round is a significant possibility. You know, because we don't have to spend that much money on it. You know, so I mean, because we're gonna lose. Jared Cook's contract's gonna be up. Just about the whole defense. Demario Davis, Malcolm Jenkins, Janoris Jenkins. You know, all of our big names that we added or have on the team right now, their contracts are gonna be up for renewal next year. You know, so we're gonna spend a lot of money on re-signing people. So the option for us to get a quarterback in the draft, either the first round or possibly trying to make a trade for a second round pick, is a possibility. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
the more I think about it, the more it does make a little bit of sense. You know, so
Matt, tell me about Clyde, man. Tell me why you so big up on Clyde Edwards. What did you see in this dude to say that, hey, in the first round, Clyde Edwards is that dude for us?
Man, all season this dude is freaking. First of all, he's quick. He's got power. He has heart, and you got to think about it. LSU's offense was pretty much the Saints' offense. So I really think, I think Clyde would fit in because he pretty much done ran the Saints' friggin' offense basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the reason, I mean, I think he's just quick, powerful. He reminds me of a bigger version.
See, hey, it's for that reason. It's for that reason that I think this year more than any, the Saints should look at some LSU offensive players. You literally just saw a whole season of these dudes running your system.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason I said that when y'all was saying that they never LSU players really. Well, I think they will this year because my point, LSU ran the Saints offense pretty much.
Right.
What's the latest? What's the latest availability you think Clyde Edwards-Helaire could possibly drop to? Do you think we could get him in the third round, or would we have to use the first round or possibly trade up for a second round pick to get him?
I'm saying he would at least. He might go in the second round, but he'll be gone before the third round.
Before the third round, yeah.
Sometime in the first or the second round, somewhere in between there.
Well, we ain't gonna be able to get him in the second, so it's either the first.
That's why.
And if he ain't there for the third, that's gonna be it.
Yep. That's why I was saying that. Now, if we had a second, then I wouldn't say pick up Clyde in the first. I'd say pick up the second.
Right.
I mean, possibly give up the third or fourth round pick to go to the second round. You get the first round pick, second round pick, you skip 3 or 4, you go to 5 and 6. I mean, that's a possibility too if we can get someone to trade us their second round pick. You know, I mean, there are a couple teams out there like Miami. Miami's got 2 first round picks, 3 second round picks. You know,
it's the other way around.
Oh, it's the other way. It's 3 first round and 2 second round.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, if we could get one of them teams to possibly, trade us up for a second round pick, we could possibly, snatch Helaire in the second round, and not have to use up that first round pick for him, and maybe go get a quarterback in the first round, like, Love or whoever, I mean, I don't know, man. The whole situation with the quarterback situation is just, for me, scary because I haven't seen this team operate without Drew Brees except for this year for a couple games, and it's just a whole new era. When Drew Brees goes, it's gonna be a whole new era, man, a whole new team, bro.
I'm ready for it though. Like this is one of the things I've been saying this whole season. Last year,
yeah,
I'm ready to see what is after Drew Brees, man. It's coming so close. Year after year, we've always been talking about Drew Brees this might be his last year. He just signed a 2-year contract. Okay, well, the 2-year contract is about to be up. What are we gonna do? Who's gonna be next? I want to see who's next. Stop with all this, just like I'm going crazy. I want to know.
Yeah.
The suspense is fucking killing me.
That's why I've been saying
I do too.
We need a quarterback. I've been saying that for like the past 2-3 years. Drew can't be on our team forever. He's eventually got to retire.
Right.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. we're gonna end it right there. You guys, Saint Stop Podcast, Saint Stop. I love you guys. Tune in tomorrow. The draft is going down. We have giveaways for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Madden 21 jersey giveaway. It's all going down tomorrow. These same guys, me, Tracy Bartholomew, Mike Turner, Stephen Bijou, and Matt. Matt, say your last name, man. Stop playing with me right now.
Spites.
Spites?
Yeah, Spites.
Spite. Man, I knew that shit, man. I'm gonna eventually get it. You know, it just take me time.
I didn't.
Yeah.
On the last podcast, I thought you got it right, and I went back and watched it. You said spigots.
Yeah,
man.
you said spigots.
So what, man? So
Stay,
right.
Matt. You know how you pronounce Tracy's last name, right? Huh? It's Bartholomew. Bartholomew. Or my tutor. Look, I used to get.
Hey,
What?
I'm gonna get all y'all assholes some hooked on phonics.
Look, see,
Yeah, man. Tomorrow. Look, I'm excited about tomorrow. We're gonna have a good podcast. What time are we gonna start? Are we gonna start at 6:30 or are we gonna start rolling right at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna start 30 minutes before the draft, bro. So get people in, get everything rolling, get some people time to get in and everything, and we'll lead up to the first pick.
Well, I'm
Sounds
glad
good. So
y'all
you guys,
yeah,
yeah, you,
glad y'all informed me on that.
right? Yeah,
So-
boss, we got you, boss, man.
Like, you know, my crew just tell me, hey, but make sure your ass is on 30 minutes before. Oh, okay, I got you guys.
That's right.
I got all of y'all.
Right.
All right, so 30 minutes before, I guess that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So you guys, once again, man, we love you. Tune in tomorrow. So much going on. It's very exciting time. It's actually the most exciting time that's been the whole off season because really we've been making up shit for you.
Yeah.
Right? So Saint Style Podcast, man, we love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow. No doubt. Tune in. Lots of things going on. All right. So who that?
Game day
And
tomorrow.
if
Who
y'all
that,
think
baby?
if y'all think the Bucks gonna do something in the NFC South, what we tell?
Man, stop playing with me,
Hey,
right?
stop. Hey, for real, man. Stop